Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do today is to show you all how to customize my SWOT analysis section of my business plan, of a business plan template in about 30 minutes or less. And so specifically the way the video is going to work is I'm going to kind of ahead and set y'all's expectations of what's going to be included in the video. And then I'm going to give you all a little bit of background about me. And then we're going to dive into a SWOT analysis section. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what a SWOT analysis is, how to break it down, how to understand the chart, and also how to manipulate it and change a chart in one of my business plan templates. Now keep in mind, each one of the business plan templates that I do sell on my website, it does come with a SWOT analysis. It's standard, and by watching this video, you're going to have a good idea on how to customize it to better meet your needs for your business plan. All right, with that mouthful said, let's meander on to the next slide and set y'all's expectations. All right, so first and foremost, the purpose of the video is to kind of walk you all through on A, what a SWOT analysis is, and B, why it's important, and then C, how to customize it in my business plan template in about 30 minutes or less. Keep in mind, all of my business plan templates are made in Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel for the financial model. They are not compatible with Google Docs and also Apple products. So if you want to go ahead and purchase one of my templates and make some changes to it, you're going to need Microsoft Office. Also, I do not offer free phone support. I've got tutorials on how to edit my company summary section. I've got tutorials on how to add to the industry research section. We're doing a tutorial right now on a SWOT analysis section. I'm going to be doing some tutorials for all the other sections. So I give you free a bunch of tutorials on how to update and customize the business plan, each one of the sections, so you're going to be well prepared, and the templates are going to be, or the tutorials are going to well prepare you for customizing the business plan templates. If you do have questions about the templates before you buy, be delighted to have a conversation. Pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. Like I said, be delighted to have the conversation. But after you buy the template, as long as you're able to download it, scrumdiddlyumptious, you can get that downloaded. Once you have that downloaded, the tutorials are going to be the tool you're going to, I do offer free for customizing the template. All right, with that covered, the final thing is a little bit about me. Then we're going to talk about the SWOT analysis, what it is, why it's there, and how you can go ahead and modify it. First and foremost, I am a professional business writer, specifically a business plan writer. If you find the tutorials are just still a little bit outside of your depth, you're still struggling with writing your plan, feel free to pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. Be delighted to write the business plan for you. Also, if you want a little bit more assistance on top of the tutorials that I offer, I have written several business plan books on Amazon. So jump on Amazon, Google my name, and please, pick up one of my books there. And then finally, I am an educational background. I am an adjunct professor, subject matter expert for both business and finance. So if you need a little bit of help with your financials, the business plan is taken care of, you need some help with your pro forma financial projections, again, be delighted to assist. All right, infomercial done. Check. All right, let's talk about this SWOT analysis. So what is a SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis is broken down to the S's, the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So for the strengths and weaknesses, that is for you to go ahead and examine the internal aspects of your company. What are some of the strengths internally? What are some of the weaknesses internally? The opportunities and threats, this is focused on your external environment. What are some of the opportunities externally, and what are some of the threats externally? So that's kind of how it's broken down. The purpose of the SWOT analysis is to give a snapshot of your overall competitive position in the industry. You're easily, for the structure right here, you're easily able to identify the strengths and weaknesses, the internal aspect of the company, and then you're also able to succinctly document some of the threats or some of the external environment challenges and opportunities in the opportunities and threats section. So on the left right here, this is typical for any one of the templates that you might buy, you can purchase on my website. I do include a SWOT analysis. It is in a smart art form, and the information here is pretty general. But what you can do is you can go ahead and update this information. To the right here is an updated SWOT analysis with additional information in regards to a handyman company. So I do use a handyman company for this example. However, the strategies that I'm going to show you, the thought processes to update it, are similar regardless of industry. All right. With that said, let's go ahead and make a little bit of changes here. So like I said, here's the SWOT analysis for the template. Here's the updated one. When I do my SWOT analysis, I like to start with my strengths and weaknesses. There is an argument among academics. You should go ahead and identify your opportunities and threats and then align your strengths and weaknesses with them. But for simplicity's sake, let's go ahead and do strengths and weaknesses first. So for the strengths and weaknesses, for the handyman service, I kept it the same for the management experience. Management experience, most people have the management experience. I mean, if you were a supervisor at one time, whether it be for retail or anything like that, we're not saying you've got handyman experience, management experience. We're saying that you have management experience. So keep in mind, it is general enough to cast a wide net, but it is true to form. We're not making stuff up. So management experience in this example, I kept the same. Documented strategic plans. Well, strategic plan is also a business plan because the business plan, you are going to have some strategies in there. So that is good to go with that. I didn't change that. Innovative handyman concept. Well, we are going to put some spins and some twists and some turns. We're not going to do plain Jane vanilla handyman. So, it is innovative because you're going to put some of your thoughts and ideas into it. So that's going to be, I'm going to keep that the same as well. The next strength that I've identified for this particular example right here is that this fictitious company is going to have multiple crews. We're not just running with one person trying to do 50,000 different things. We're going to maybe start with one person, but we're going to then hire an assistant. And then once we hire an assistant, we're going to promote the assistant to a handyman and then hire an assistant for them. And then maybe the owner would take on another assistant. Now we have 2 crews, and we can multiply it into 4 to 6 to 8 to 10 crews, however many crews we need in order to meet the needs of the community. So that's one way to go ahead and examine what the strengths are, which is going to be internally, and internally would be multiple crews. Also, we might be offering additional services above and beyond handyman, like pickup and delivery, whether it be for appliances, furniture, or heck, even, I don't know, groceries or something like that. I'm not saying that our handyman service is going to go into groceries, but, maybe for appliances and furniture, a pickup and delivery service might be something that you can offer that nobody else is going to offer. Of course, make sure you're licensed and all the other good stuff like that. But again, that is one way to think outside of the box, but you're still focused internally on what are some of your strengths. The next thing that I did for weaknesses is going to be a startup company, untested business location. I usually use that same strategy for weaknesses for just about every one of the business plans that I write, whether it be for templates or custom writing. A startup company, well, that's going to be evident. Most of the people that are writing business plans are going to be a startup company. An untested business location, well, unless you had a business, a handyman business at the specific location that you're going to be taking over, then that is necessarily true because it's untested. It's a new location, so you don't know how that location is going to either benefit or pose some challenges for you. You don't know that yet, thus the reason for the untested business location. I don't go too deep into the weaknesses because I don't want to really tear apart my company before it even starts. Also, when I do my strengths and weaknesses, I want to have double the strength than I do the weaknesses. So if I'm going to have 2 weaknesses, then I want to have 4 or more strengths. For the template, I give you 3. Feel free to add another one. Now, how do you add information to the SWOT analysis? What you would do is you'd click on the Smart Art chart here. You then go to this little arrow right here and open it up. And so now you've got the strength here, the weaknesses here, the opportunities here, and then the threats down here. Now, between each one of these, I do skip lines. So I do skip bullets, so it's easier to read. So just keep that in mind. Make sure when you're updating the chart in the template that you keep a space between them so it's easier for the reader to read. All right, next we're going to go ahead and examine the external environment, and that's going to be your opportunities and threats. In the template, I do say community involvement. I keep that with my sample. Appeal to a wide variety of clientele. Well, that's a little too general. So what I've chosen for my example here is, instead of saying appeal to a wide variety of clientele, I might initially start with focusing on residential customers, and then I may expand to commercial services. So I would then say, for opportunities, at a future point in time, I might expand to commercial services. Also, for an opportunity would be franchising. If you do, start expanding on cruise and adding more cruise service in an area, eventually you're going to be able to optimize your business models, document your business model, and then also provide a franchise opportunities for other handymen in other areas. And keep in mind, I'm focused on handyman for this example. The information and strategies and the techniques are usable in other industries as well. And then finally, for opportunities, it's going to be referral networks as well. So you might go ahead and join the Chamber of Commerce. You might go ahead and start working some of your contact list, see if you can drum up some business, but use your referral network, and that's an opportunity that you do have and you can exploit at a future point in time. The final aspect of the SWOT analysis is going to be some of the threats. So typical threats for any business is going to be established competitors. They're already in business, they're already doing what you're doing, but they've got a loyal following, or they've been in business and they've got a reputation, and now you're trying to enter into the market and take some of that business away from them. So they are a threat. Also, instead of established competitors, you can also, if you are an established competitor, then you can make a threat a new entrant, somebody who's going to come up with a new idea and that's going to be possibly taking some business away from you. So that could be a threat as well, is a new entrant. Also, it's going to be susceptible to economic downturn. If we're going to a recession, well, just about every industry is going to suffer a little bit, except for, of course, maybe a collection industry. Those tend to pick up for recessions. But typically, you're going to be susceptible to economic downturn. When I do my threats for the industry, for the SWOT analysis, I want to keep them general to almost all industry and all companies. I don't want to make the threat specific to my company, because you kind of don't want to put your company in a bad light, and thus why I look, established competitors, yeah, that's for everybody. Susceptible to economic downturn, yeah, that's for everybody, but there's still threats. So that's why I like to use those examples in the threat component. But yeah, so that's how I customize my SWOT analysis. I always put it into the Smart Art because it looks nice and neat and clean. I can add information to it, or I can take it away, and the Smart Art will adjust accordingly. And when I do my SWOT analysis, I'm always going to be focused on my internal environment, my company that I can control with strengths and weaknesses. And then the external environment, the examples I'm going to put in here are going to be for the external environment, the opportunities and threats. All right, so hopefully this information was helpful. And if y'all are interested in buying one of my templates, all you have to do is mosey on over to my website at qualitybusinessplan.com/business plan templates. And right now I do have about 50 to 60 different business plan templates. And also, if you do need some tutorials under my business plan writing tutorials, I do have some tutorials up here as well. Some of the tutorials are industry analysis section, how to update that, and then also how to update the company description section. So I've got a few different tutorials up there. This tutorial is going to be the third one. Within the next few days, I should have tutorials for every one of the sections of my business plans. All right, so as always, have a fantastic day, and hopefully the video was helpful. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. Thank you.